What do you do when you're frustrated or disappointed with someone? Like, how do you handle those situations? The reason I'm asking you that is because how you handle those situations impacts your relationships. And I'll give you some examples of things I used to do that I did on a regular basis. Thank God I don't do these things anymore, but I used to do them. One of them was I used to numb out. I would check out by binge watching lots of TV. Way that this impacted my relationships is because when there were needed conversations to be had, what would I do? I would numb out. And that impacted all my relationships, and specifically romantic relationships, because that's what we're talking about in these videos. But yes, it impacted all of my relationships. And then also another thing I used to do is respond, I would say react really quickly by texting back right away. And then we'd get into a texting fight. And then we would hate each other by the end of that. Also did not lead to anything productive, and certainly not a healthy relationship. I used to be a fearful avoidant, which is someone that's afraid to get close to people. And these are things that fearful avoidants do. Yes, we can check out because then you don't have to have any conversations. You can avoid everything. You can respond and react quickly through text because text also is not an intimate way to have a conversation. The best way is in person or through phone. So I've got 3 tips on how to communicate in a healthy way, things that I've taken on my journey to learn how to be healthier. The reason you want to do these things is because it really does help attract the right people in your life, specifically that healthy partner. If you're healthy, you can attract healthy. The first tip I got on how to deal with these frustrations or disappointments in a healthy way is to pause. Ask yourself, how important is it to respond right in this very minute? If the person is not in immediate danger, does not need your immediate help, probably you got your answer. And the second tip I got is avoid going into drama. And by that, what I mean is don't get into the gossip, blaming the person. Oh, look at what they did, or they suck, because that drama ends up being gossip, and certainly you're not going to attract healthy people that way. The other thing is to not get into fixing the person or trying to control them or get into their stuff. They're giving you information on how they're behaving, and then you decide what you want to do with that. I suggest you talk to people. Yes, you can vent, but do it in I statements. I think this way. I feel this way. This is what I'm going through. It's easier to focus on the other person, but you're not going to get your healing that way by focusing on the other person. Because when you speak about yourself, you actually hear yourself out loud. So you can learn a little bit more about yourself. And you can also focus on what's really going on with you. And so you can change those things. The third thing I got, or the third tip to communicate in a healthier way so you can attract healthier people, is pick up the phone and talk to someone. People often say the phone is at like 1,000 pounds. It can be. It can be really hard, especially when you have these conversations that are uncomfortable. But when you talk to the person, remind yourself to let go of expectations. They may not behave in the way that you want. They may not say what you want. That's okay. But again, it's information for you. You can decide later on how you want to proceed with the relationship. Don't get on a dating app. Don't distract yourself. That's just going to deter you from getting healthier, take you longer to get on the path that you need to. Remember, you're about attracting the right person. To attract the right person, you have to be the right person.